Hello, I'm Bryant. Along with my wife Stephanie, we're the Wandering Buckeyes. You've probably seen a lot of our videos from Route 66 to national parks to monuments to presidential libraries on our YouTube channel. This time in 2025, we thought we'd change it up and do a little bit of something different and take a cruise. So follow along on a 7-day cruise as we have some fun, meet new friends, and just enjoy life as we explore the Western Caribbean. Our cruise will take us from Port Canaveral in Florida to Ocean Cay, MSC's private island, then on to 2 ports in Mexico, Costa and Cozumel, with a return trip back to Port Canaveral over a 7-night, 8-day journey. The MSC Seashore was built in 2021. I found these tech specs on the ship, which I'll share in the comments below, with an overall length of 1,100 feet, 20 decks, 33 elevators, and a top speed of 21.8 knots. Pretty decent for the size of ship. Serves over 5,800 passengers. I recall one staff member saying we had over 5,200 during our cruise, but it really didn't feel overly crowded. Though I find different data on the internet, assuming you can believe what you read on the internet, right? If you're a data person, this tech sheet with its 18 pages will keep you busy for days learning all about the MSC Seashore. So let's get on with the cruise. Cruising through Atlanta, there was no fun in that traffic, then an overnight in Titusville, Florida, just 25 minutes from the port. Leaving in the morning for Port Canaveral, it was sunny, mostly warm. Traffic was light even though there was 4 to 5 ships departing that port that day. We opted for prepaid parking at port parking space just 1 mile from our ship at Terminal 10. The parking cost for a week was just over $100. That included a military discount when we inquired. We dropped off our luggage here. The staff helped guide us along. Then you self-park and come back to the drop-off point for the shuttle to your ship's terminal. I was really impressed with how efficient, and we were on our way to ship within minutes. Arriving at the terminal required some amount of patience. Here the lines were very long, but once luggage was screened, onboarding started right away, and we were on board in about 30 minutes. We were asked to visit our room to pick up our key card, drop anything, then vacate, and we hung out in the buffet up on deck 16 for an hour or so while they finished preparations for our room. Food was pretty good at the buffet, decent with many options to choose from. Once we got the green light, we headed back to our room with luggage waiting. If you want to see the entire stateroom tour, keep on watching, otherwise skip ahead about 5 minutes to continue through the rest of the tour and cruise. Okay, we're in our room. 15118. We got our balcony room. Looks pretty nice so far. I'll turn things around, give you guys a little walkthrough. So there's the area. A lot of storage spaces up through here. A lot of things to put places. Ice bucket, all that sort of thing. Comes with a refrigerator, probably fully stocked, I'm sure. Got some things in there. Probably don't want to touch those. Might drain your wallet. Out here in the drawer, looks like a hair dryer's all in here. Looks nice. It looks like it's plugged into this unit here, so you can't take that out. So that's there. Some chairs down through here and a seat, so you can pull that out. Down through there. Phone to communicate around. Outlets, US, European. And we got our TV. Some areas on the side here. A lot more drawers down through here, so plenty of drawer space. I like that they have the nice easy close. This is a newer ship. I think it was 2022, maybe 2021. I'll have to look at it. Door next door if you want friends to come over. Your own room piece here. The bathroom. It's not as bad as I thought. We've got closet space here, so let's take a look at that. And lots of shelves. And we have a safe back in here, so put your valuables, which we'll do. Put our extra cash, passports, not what. Going down through here, some more drawers. Plenty of space. I'm really impressed with how much space is in here. Loving it so far. Let's go take a look at the other side. We've already put our stuff here when we first checked in, so got a whole closet there to look back in there. And places for your shoes or whatever you'd like to have. Let's take a look around this side here. We've got a pull-out sofa. Right down through here. Nice area through here. Let me take some of this stuff out of the way. Take a look at the bedroom area. Got a light here. Looks like a reading light. And your evening light right here for your room. Turn those both off. There's another light for the whole room. Pretty nice. Nice little desk on each side. Couple shelves, blocks right here so things don't fall out. It's a king size bed, they tell me. It looks like it is. Some more over here. Looks like a USB port on this side, so you can do some charging on this side. And mirror through here. Looks pretty nice. Look outside the balcony. My beautiful wife out here enjoying the sunshine. We've got a couple chairs out here and a table. She got her toenails done, so she's pretty proud of that. And wow, overall impressed. This is our view. If you prefer parking closer to the terminal, there are two garages that you see here next to the terminal, about $18 plus tax per day. Touring some of the ship, we wound up on deck 18 aft, at one of the 5 pools I believe they have. Moving forward on deck 18, we come into the Pirates Cove Aqua Park. This is a great place for kids with water slides, climbing areas, and many small attractions to keep them entertained for hours. The water slides even extend over the side of the ship. Yikes. Behind us, we found a lounging area that if you had kids, it's a great place for parents to kind of hang out, stay close to the kids, while still enjoying your own peace and quiet space. Here's a different view looking aft on deck 18 with the hot tubs on either side, and staff was always serving everybody at the pool or at the bar side. Well, it's finally 5 p.m. and we are officially underway. We're out here watching from our room balcony. Really interesting though to see a Navy patrol boat tag along until we cleared the channel. Back inside, we checked out this place from the Seashore bar on deck 5 and tops out at deck 8, where the Tacos and Cantina restaurant sits. We love the openness of the entire ship. Those lit up stairs were a favorite for photo ops, and we saw many people taking the opportunities throughout the cruise. We're now on deck 7, midship, walking towards Seashore Casino. From deck 8, we see the Statue of Liberty above the casino as we near Times Square. On day 2, we wake up arriving in Ocean Cay, MSC's private island. There were over 2 miles of beaches. Even with a large number on board, we found the beaches to have plenty of room and so many to choose from. We opted for the lagoon in the upper portion of the MSC photo. Each area had some form of food stations, buffet, all included as part of your cruise package. There were some specialty shops and eateries which had a separate fee. We disembarked and headed for Ocean Cay Lagoon. There were other beaches like Ivory Bar, Lighthouse, and many others available as well. Since the destination was one of the further parts away from the ship, we took the complimentary shuttle that circles the island constantly. Near the shops was also a shuttle tour, but that comes at a fee. Arriving at the lagoon, the water was perfect, wadeable, close to food stations, most importantly restrooms, and not a bit crowded. There was a separate fee if you wanted umbrella, snorkeling gear, things of that sort. Otherwise, chairs and all that was all free to use. First come, first serve. After several hours, we picked up the shuttle and headed back to the shopping areas to see more of the island. Hop aboard as we give you a first-hand view from the ride back. The buffet court is on our left. There's many rental kiosks for snorkeling, umbrellas, food, and more. We really love the vibe here, and this could have been a destination versus just an overnight stop. Just like on board, beverages areas like these pay by the drink or free, so to speak, if you purchase the upgrade drink packages. Many options for non-alcoholic as well that could save you money, like bottled water, fresh fruit drinks, virgin drinks, protein shakes, specialty coffees, and more. There were several specialty shops we found to be very pricey versus on board. If you wait till discount days near the end of the cruise, you'll fare much better and no tax. Later in the day, the winds began picking up, and the forecast was to be very strong this evening. We'll learn later how this changed our itinerary. Back on board, we freshened up, headed out to see more of this huge vessel. There are many elevators or lifts and stairs forward, midship, and after the ship. It takes a day to figure out how to operate so that you get the quick service. Here it tells us our car arrives in 20 seconds versus the several minutes or more you can normally wait. Back on deck 7 forward, we cruise through the casino area. Not our cup of tea, but many seem to like it. Just another form of entertainment, I suppose. We dropped in to check out the gym and facilities. They have staff on hand to help guide you if you need it, or isolate to your own. Work off those pounds before heading back to the buffet. Like that. Next we head into the spa area, complete with a barber shop and all. Here's another view of Times Square, then a peek into the sports bar. A great place to watch a game or simply relax. Our favorite Brooklyn Cafe for specialty coffees and more. There was never any end to the shopping opportunities on board, shore excursions, and more. Well, let's head on to some of the specialty restaurants. A note, these are not included in the cost of the cruise. The first one is Hola Tacos and Cantina, located midships on deck 8, the left side for its non-nautical types. Moving aft on deck 6, we pass the wine cellar for those who wish to taste, buy, and enjoy those fermented squeezed grape juice. Next, we see the Butcher Cut, an American steakhouse, and their friendly waiter. Then on the left, the cocktail bar. Here, looking through the glass, is Cato's Teppanyaki, where you can watch them grill, cook your food with a little fun sprinkled in. Moving further aft on deck 8, we see the sushi bar with an interesting food delivery system that you typically could see in Japan. Priced by the color of the bowl, I really wanted to try this, but time simply got away with us with so much to do on board. Military's gonna come. In Uptown Lounge, we hung out there with some friends we met during the cruise, and you'll see later the Military Appreciation Night held here. Being an ex-Navy guy, nothing more satisfying than hanging out on the fantail as we push through the water. Very peaceful. So peaceful, Back to Times Square for some music, then we step outside to oversee departing early from Ocean Cay. Winds, as I mentioned, were getting fierce, so much that we departed 12 hours early at nearly midnight to avoid issues in navigating the higher winds, getting away from the pier in the morning. The following day, while we were at sea, we headed back up to Uptown Lounge for the Military Appreciation Night. It's a lot of fun times. Each branch had to come up and sing their song. No videos to share here, sorry. Later in the afternoon, lounging was packed, but we were able to find this little hideaway for some peace and quiet. So much room on this ship. More peaceful views of the waves as we cruise further south to Costa, Mexico, and the outside temps slowly increase. Customer service areas were available, but I felt it was ill-placed next to the bars and all the singing, making it very hard to have a conversation when staff issues arise.
Times Square. I got my live morning show at 10 a.m. at Madison Theater. I'm looking for more that, Joe.
11, 18 here. 11, 12, 20.
Another specialty shop here where coffee, treats, and more, while great, are not included in your package, so just be aware. We headed back up to our favorite on deck 8, the Brooklyn Cafe and Lounge. great for the morning coffee, afternoon treats, rarely a line, and the staff was always there to help you from your chair or anywhere you decided to sit. The jungle pool and lounge was great for kids and adults alike. Games for the kids on the second level, and a beverage stand with treats for all. We grabbed a quick lunch on deck 16 in the buffet area. There are more options and sweets than I could count. And yes, there was entertainment every night throughout. We opted each night to go to the Madison Theater. Some events require reservations, so make sure you access your MSC app on day 1 to schedule those all up. No added fee for that. Accessible forward on decks 6 and 7. Here's a brief sample of some of the talent with tonight's show, a tribute to Freddie Mercury of Queen. What a show. The next morning, on day 5, we tie up in Costa, Mexico, a small tourist town just a half a mile from Belize. I have to say, while it was beautiful and the food was great, it wasn't our favorite stop, with 4 cruise ships in port at the same time. This small little town was just overwhelmed with tourists. We managed to find spaces where crowds were lower, improving the experience, and eventually took a walk into town. A lot of beachy areas with small pools. The areas look vacant. I found it's because there's a charge to play or buy drinks and food. Then it's free to lounge, which seems fair.
I do.
We grabbed lunch here where I had a ceviche and nicely chilled in this hot day and was delicious.
Ready? It is.
The shopping areas were getting more and more crowded as more tourists disembarked from the ships for the day. There was also entertainment with a dance in the flyers. I don't know the name in Spanish, but the performers descend from ropes spinning to mimic the flight of a bird representing a connection between earth and sky.
You with me?
After a long day, we headed back early to the ship to beat the crowds and enjoy some lounging around the pool. Bright and early the next morning, we're in Cozumel, an island off the coast of Yucatan Peninsula. Crossing over into the shopping areas, we saw how clean and how well kept everything was. Grabbed a quick photo op of the Cozumel sign, of course. Interesting to see Bimbo, a Mexican company that has presence a couple miles from our house in Ohio, where they claim to be the largest bakery in the U.S. The restaurant here, Palmera, was recommended, but we wanted to travel further out for Pancho's for lunch later. Law enforcement and military had a heavy presence here. We were told it helps keep the crime low, and we felt totally at ease throughout our entire visit. We finally made it to Pancho's, which was inside Los Cinco Soles. We ventured in and found our way to the courtyard for a much-needed lunch. Food was absolutely delicious and came at a very fair price. Service was top-notch and we loved it. So we're in Cozumel today, going around some of the restaurants. Way down at Pancho's, out in the patio area. It was really nice. So we're just headed back to the ship. I'm taking some more R&R before we head back to the United States. It's been a great trip.
Very nice.
See you guys all there. Bit more shopping to do. We're headed upstairs to look for some vanilla. Gotta get some vanilla for the cooks in the family. It's getting to be a hot day. There we go. Makes the sun look a little better. We're worn out. A lot of hiking. Beautiful. Tonight is our final night, but it is worth mentioning our new friendships with whom we shared dinner each night. From the left, Laurie, my wife Steph, and Marcy, and spouses Ed, myself, and Tony. The theme is Italian, honoring MSC Homeland, where we celebrated with gusto a festive new dinner, new friends, a beautiful sunset. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you in future episodes of The Wandering Buckeyes.